Hi there guys, it's so good to be back. This is Farmer Bob greeting you, and yes, we are back on our Chellington map, and the challenge this time around in this series that we're making is only to use old school equipment. I've downloaded quite a bit of old school stuff, and as we continue in the series, if you give feedback or tips or anything that you want featured, just drop it in the comments below. And yes, I will surely have a look at that. But for now, let's get stuck in where we left off last time. Okay guys, so I've quickly sorted out that mod of the Maurice pack. We found that it was a bit cheap and also a bit crazy on the storage that it's got, you know. So what I've done basically is I've taken an estimate of 4 meters. I know that might be a little bit less than 4 meters, and then I've worked on about 10 meter height times 2. So I worked the volume out to roughly about 250 to 300,000 liters. So yeah, I've just changed that there, and then the price I thought maybe 150 for a facility like that should be alright. So there you go, much more realistic. So let us buy that and then park it here. I'm going to do it like this. This side has got way more space on the map, so I want to just align it nicely so that we can actually drive over it and come back, you know. I wonder, is there another space here on top to drive through? No, there isn't. I wonder if it will make a difference if we put the tip trigger, drive twice over the tip trigger. If I put it a little bit to the side here, we can actually, yeah, we're going to have to do it like this. Put it a little bit to the side. Excellent. So I don't know what you guys think, but I think this might be a good idea, you know. We're going to harvest this field, so I'm going to place it like maybe like that. All right. And we don't get in the way of the harvesters on either side. All right. Okay, I think that should be all right. I hope so. Now there you go. We've done it. Okay. Right, so let's just quickly go and have a look at how this looks. The one thing about this mods, guys, is you have to place it where the ground is very level, you know, otherwise you get like these humps that you can't drive on. One of the ends stick into the air and you can't get on and off. But this one worked out beautiful. Look at that. Okay, so these are silos, and I mean, would you guys agree if I say this can't be more than 4 meters, you know? So I worked on 4 meters and a 10 meter height. I don't think it's actually 10 meters high, but yeah, that's just an estimate that I've worked on, just to get an idea. I wonder if we can climb up here. It's a pity you can't climb up here. It would have been actually nice to get to the top of this and have a look over the farm, you know. But obviously, I'm sure you guys have seen some of my other videos. You can climb trees in Farming Simulator. And not this one though. This one is just a picture. It's actually not a tree. I think the guys have done that for the harvesters, you know, not to crash into the trees. They made them just not an object of whatever. This tree is a tree, but you can't climb that one. It's too straight. I want to see this tree. Maybe this is a tree. No, that's also just a picture, an image. I'm just fooling around now, guys. Just burning some time. Yeah. Anyways, let's not worry too much. Let us bring our truck up there so long, because we're going to be running quite a bit of our truck is here for this next field, so we're not going to be too worried. And I wonder now, what is the difference in distance from this field to our load point, or from this field to the farm? I would rather say this is going to be much quicker and easier to offload here, because there's a road going up here. If you look at that there, that's where we went in at the gate. So we can go up straight up here into the road up here, and then just straight into our tip point. Yeah, so I think we're going to offload all our grain here. and hopefully we will have enough space in that storage. Of course, it's only got, what, 300,000 liters now. I mean, it had 5 million liters, guys. That gives you 5 million liters. It is 5,000 cubical meters of grain. That is, yeah, it will be one ridiculously big building. It's not going to go into those 2 tanks, though. I can guarantee you that for sure. Okay, there we go. That guy is full, and there's our tractor on its way. But I mean, what do you guys think? It's quite amazing that you can actually play the game with old school stuff as well and still have the same effect and still enjoy it as well. And this old farm wall, I must say, it is really, really nice. Bit slow though. I remember we're on the field. You can change your field speed here to a bit more. I'm going to make it like 30 k's an hour. You can't go too much. And normally I do the turn speed at 18 and the reverse speed. You can also go 18, but this is an old school, so we make it 16. Now why is this now happening again? I wonder if it's because I changed the speed. Let's just leave it at 25. I had it sorted out, it was working nicely, and the only thing I changed was the speed. I must say this thing is like really banging it out, eh? Offloading very fast. That's also a bit ridiculous that that tube can spit out so much grain in that amount of time. Okay, I just want to see where is that offset. I made it 6. I'm just going to leave it there because it was working fine, man. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Don't drive through the grain, man. Ah, this woman has got some sense. Oh my gosh. She's definitely know what she's doing. Okay, she immediately got out of the grain when I told her to. Okay, wonderful. I think let me give this guy a go and let him carry on. Drive course at the next closest waypoint. Yeah, good luck with that, but you're gonna wait forever. Start this thing. Oh my gosh. Listen to it, it's still struggling. Now the misfire. It sounds like one of those concrete tippers with that 2-cylinder diesel motor in. It actually has got a very interesting. Where is it going now? Huh? It skipped a bit of. It skipped a piece there. Anyways, it is working, so let's carry on. I was telling you about the concrete tippers that you get in the building industry. Yeah, by us we just call it a dumper because you can just chuck stuff in front and go dump it somewhere. It almost looks like that 1,000-liter Pick and Pay trolley that I showed you earlier on for the tippers. But anyways, those dumpers has got a 2-cylinder diesel engine, and they've specially designed it with a fairly big flywheel, and then the two pistons are like just 90 degrees apart. The firing, in other words, they will come up. The one will come up, fire, and then immediately after that the other one will be ready to fire. So that it's not like a normal 4-cylinder, a normal 4-stroke engine where you have like 180 degrees between your pistons, you know. So in other words, it will be a full turn before the other piston fires. But in this one, it's only like a quarter turn, so they fire directly after each other. That's why you get this funny noise, you know, when it when it drives. It's quite funny things. Yeah, I love that. Anyway, so we are waiting for this guys to finish up harvesting. And yeah, what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to just speed up this process and once it's finished we will continue on our next field harvest, where I'm going to definitely put in at least another harvester. Okay, but before we do that, let's go and buy another harvester and chuck it onto that field. I'm not going to start harvesting that field yet. Maybe we can, because we've got the truck there. Yeah, let's do that. Nothing's stopping us, so let us go to the shop. Let's go to the shop and we buy another Niva. Where's our harvesters? We buy another Niva. There it is, because they're working nicely, these Nivas. I don't have a problem with them. I'm going to try something else maybe. I've got this thing. It's just another mod that I've downloaded. I've got no idea what it does, because if I could have read some Russian or whatever language this is, I suspect it's Russian, I would have actually known what it was saying. I just wish the guys start thinking, you know, when they design mods and things. I mean, the rest of the world would love to know what this is saying. Now there's no way that we can find out what it's saying. I can't even copy and paste this into Google Translate or something. So there's no point in writing this here, guys. Really. Just start, you know, making things in English so that the rest of the world can enjoy it. And I mean, this is a kop nittel kroek and this is a kop nittel. So I have no idea what this actually does. We'll actually have to test this out on another map, but let's just buy our little harvester. Buy. Yes. I think let's buy 2 of them, because we want to have at least 4 on that big field. So we'll get 2 working on this bottom field so long. And then obviously we want 2 headers for that. Where is that header for this combine? Come on, that's it there. 2 of these. Buy, yes. Okay, buy, yes. Okay. Alright, so now at our shop we will definitely have a lot of equipment. Okay, this boykie just offloaded for us there. 1,184 bucks. And here they are. Okay, so let's jump in there, get the motor started up, and then let's take this to the field and start harvesting. Now, I'm going to show you another trick on this field. I'm going to use the same trick on the big field on top with the different harvesters. You can actually program with Courseplay. I have multiple harvesters working at field, but I just want to show you another way of doing it if you're not worried about Courseplay so much, you know. I'm going to park this in front. I think we want to just plan this now properly, you know. Let us do this. I'm just thinking now a bit, guys. If I want to show you this plan of mine, I will not be able to do it. I don't want to use Courseplay on this. So I'm going to start this here. This field is skew here on the side. So what we're going to have to do is start a run here and let it run through. So all you do is put just a normal worker in here. Let it work this field without Courseplay, and let's just see how it goes, because the worker will drive nice and straight for you. Alright, so there you go. And then into the next one, start the motor. Luckily these Nivas, they have quite a nice service record, so their motors start up very nice and quick. We don't have to wait 10 minutes for it to get the piston firing and whatever, you know. Okay, wonderful. So now another, what is that worker doing now? Oh my gosh, let me just jump back there. Oh, it's busy working this piece. Carry on, Cleopatra. I just want to see if it's actually doing the job nicely. It should turn around now. It's really taking its time, eh? Driving through the crop as well, but you don't really have a choice when you can actually just harvest this edge quickly, 1 or 2 rows, you know, to do this. Oh, you know what? I've just realized, guys, I won't be able to use it here because otherwise our straw pickup is going to be a nightmare. So we're going to have to set Courseplay up here. So yeah, just give me a sec. I'll quickly just sort it out. Let's get the other harvester here as well. Oh, it is already here. Nice. Okay, so what we want to do. Great stuff. Okay guys, so yes, we just catching up on what has happened in the meantime. What I've done, I've taken our lorry and set a course to the sell point, which is right here. It's close to us. So this field I've been thinking, let's just take all the grain into the sell point and get rid of it immediately. And then that's the one thing I've done. So there is the course set, and I've also set up 2 harvesters on this field to work simultaneously with Courseplay. Now I will show you how to do this on our big map, that big one there, field 15. We're going to put 3 harvesters on there. So yeah, without further ado, what we need to do now is just carry on. This 2 harvesters is waiting, obviously, so what I'm going to do is just reverse a little bit, just in order to get our guys going. Next closest waypoint, nearest waypoint, and then just want to see that's on automatic because we are in the field. It will pick up the harvesters. So yes, here we go. Drive it up and we should be alright. So what I'm going to do with this one, I just want to reload this course. Where is it? 2 by harvesters? There it is. Right, so there you go. And then we're going to say to it nearest waypoint and drive. And let's just see if it goes. Alright, and then our next harvester, carry on. This one is the same one, so let us go there. Let me just quickly see now. This harvester isn't currently loaded. It's got 2, it's on 8 meters, and then this is the harvester on the right. Okay, so this should be the harvester on the left. So what we do is we go to 2 harvesters, load that course, just make sure this is 4 meters 2, and then this is the harvester on the left. So we should just change this to the left and go here, and then say, oh, I wanted to just have a look here. This we can change to full level, stop during, that's good, that's good. Okay, this is all. We can start offloading at 80%. Oh, there's another problem, so we'll get to that. Just want to check this one as well. And then there's 70, 80%. Okay, so back to this. Okay, and then we go next closest nearest waypoint. That's it. Okay. Alright, so everything should be fine now. This one is at 30%. The other one was about at 70. Oh, I hope my truck is not in the way. And this once again is our offset. Oh, but the harvester is finished work, man. That's what it is. So let us just go to the tractor. Stop the driver, and then let us just see if there's anything left to get out of this wiki. No, it seems like it is empty. Is it true? Yeah, it is empty. So let's stop the driver on this harvester. Let's just park it here on the side. We'll take it to the top field just now. And we switch off the motor. Back to the tractor. And we'll just say drive course. Drive now. And it should take this little bit of wheat to the farm. And let's just see if everything else is running good here. You will see I've done it right this time by putting the going clockwise, which means your offload side is on the harvest side. Okay, so this trigger, yeah, this offset is a little bit too far, so we need to make it, I'll say let's make it half a meter to the right. Okay, so let's try this again. Stop the driver. I'm a bit far zoomed out, guys. Okay. And once this is emptied, this harvester, then we will obviously just drive the course and wait for this harvester to go by. What's happening? It's picking up the truck. No, let's just reverse a bit to give the guy a break. Go, carry on, Cleopatra. Okay, there you go. Come. And let me guess, the other harvesters behind us. Oh my word, it's all going very wrong. Okay, stop the driver. Let's just manually do this one round. I've actually wasted way too much time fiddling around. Why is that driver not going? I wonder if this let's just see where this harvester is now. Is it driving or what is it? Drive now. Why is it not driving? It is empty. Nearest waypoint. I think, oh, it's slipping, man. It's because this other driver is close to it. Okay, let us just see. This guy is at 68. Stop the driver. Reverse a bit. Are you happy now? Why is it not continuing? Nearest waypoint, drive now. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay. I honestly can't tell you what has happened here now. Let us do this. Let's take the truck out of the way. Maybe it's just got way too many things here. And then go back to this harvester. Remove this totally backwards. Okay. Okay, let's put on the harvester. Why is not working? Flabbergasted. If you say drive now, What's it saying? There's no message anywhere what the problem is. So, okay, without further worries, let us stop this, delete it. This is the driver on the right, so we're going to reload this course just to see what the problem is. Okay, so which side is this one? I need two harvesters. This is the one on the right. Okay, so drive the course. What is happening? What is happening? I'm just going to see if I can just manually start this thing. We are in the right direction. We don't want to make a convoy. So what is the problem, guys? Stop during unloading was holding it up, but it was empty. What's the problem, guys? Just a glitch, looks like it. Okay, so finally I think this one has also emptied. Let us just get to the truck and then let's say nearest waypoint. Drive the course. Drive now. It will obviously now crash into the harvester. What else will it do? My word. Oh my word. Oh my word. This is totally ridiculous. And are you going to also give us trouble? Carry on. Okay, let's just take away that. Nearest waypoint, drive. No, it's not. Maybe it was a truck that was holding them up, you know. I should have sent the truck off first. I think that was the problem. The truck was holding them up. Must be. Because I'm in full level, stop during unloading is activated. And on this one, let's just activate that again, because I like it when it stops to unload. Okay, so now it should be alright. See our truck, where is that going? To the first waypoint. And then it's just because it was offloading on that side. So yes, that should be alright. I should take all this to the sell point, which will bring us in some bucks, hopefully. What is the price looking like? For wheat, 7.55. It's actually a bit low at the moment. But anyway, so we just want to sell this quickly and not worry too much about this field at this moment. See that everything works fine. I should have actually gone on the left of that building, but yeah, I don't want to drive over too many triggers. There's also a trigger there, so it's going to be touch and go here, but it's alright. It's not too sharp a corner. This truck doesn't steer too sharp. It can actually really do with a bit of upgrade on the steering degrees, you know, this turning circle, I would say. Okay, good stuff. That was very handy. $7,000 coming in. Wonderful. There's going to be a lot more like that coming in. And once this is going good, we can look at this sharp corner that it wants to make here. Yo, Okay. Okay, the reason why I didn't want to do it the normal way is because we've got a crop that's got straw. And if I do it the normal way, where I just put one harvester on the left of the field and one on the right of the field, and then sometimes it's a big field, you can put one in the middle as well, and just put the hired workers on by pressing H. Then all the harvesters will work all together. That also works nice, but the problem with that is if you don't have a layout of where the harvesters ran, you're going to have a problem with your straw collection. Or you can do it manually, but I mean that is a lot of work. It just sounds like too much work, hard work for Farmer Bob to do. Farmer Bob is not a lazy guy, but he's also not stupid, you know. There's a point of where you need to be a farmer to manage things, and then there's things that you need to do yourself. But I mean, running up and down in circles all over the field with a little baler or a loading wagon, it's not really part of it, you know. Although you might argue that, but Farmer Bob, it's part of farming. Although it is, guys, so it is. Alright. Well, guys, this is the end of another episode, and it was really fun sharing this time together. I really want to just say thank you for tuning in and joining me in this venture and having all fun together in our favorite game. I would love to hear from you in the comments if there's anything you want to say, or any ideas, or anything that stood out to you. I would love to hear whatever you think, you know. So yeah, it's always fun to do that. But thanks guys for tuning in, and you've been great. If you liked the video, just give it a like. If not, thumbs down. Honesty is always the best recipe. I just believe that, you know. So guys, take care, man. This is Farmer Bob saying cheers. Until next time. Bye.